How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome back to Computer Repair Shop. Now, a couple of days ago I live streamed this game and generally I wasn't impressed. But the day after I live streamed the game and went to bed, got up the next day and all of a sudden an update had actually gone in. The developer worked on the game. Now this basically means that he basically listened to all the feedback that was put into the Steam page and maybe one or two live streams. Turns out he actually paid attention and he did change a few things. One of those things being one of the ones I was really concerned about, which was having the amount of time that we were going to sleep. It was like quite a lot of time. We weren't really awake for that long. We weren't really able to get much done. It sucked a little. A couple other things he's done, like, you know, the thief doesn't steal from us as often, which is quite nice. There is a workaround from it as well, and I'll go into it in the video. But I just want to show you what the game's like. If you didn't catch the live stream and you prefer to watch a video, this one's for you. So hopefully you enjoy this. Okay, so we start off in our rented accommodation. Not a big fan of this, if I'm going to be brutally honest, but that's because I'm used to a house, you know. Right, so we're going to run down the little alleyway. This whole game, by the way, is really dark. Like really dark. I think it's basically so you didn't have to worry about the sky too much. But yeah, this is my shop. Now I've played this a little bit offline, hence why I've got loads of spare parts. All these I've taken out of computers, repaired them, and so on and so forth. And we've got a couple of machines to repair today. This is our diagnosis bench, where we can basically mess around with bits that are broken. This is our repair bench, and this is our packing area. So I'm going to take this computer right now. Let's go and have a look at it. So it just says the computer does not turn on. I didn't understand what the problem was. My computer password is 050505. Real simple. Right, so you get to go into diagnosis in this game. I've got to pay my bills. Hold on. Yeah, pay that. All good. Excellent. So these are the things that are going to go wrong with the computer. Like CPU has a certain error, display cards have a certain error, your hard drives have a certain error, main boards have certain error, power supply have a, and RAM has certain error. Now there is another thing in this with like certain viruses. So there's one of them that basically flips the screen upside down. The virus on how to fix is all guided here for you. So these are all things that I understood after I finished my live stream and after I had a bit more time to actually play with the game. So my views have changed a little bit. Okay, so that's a graphics card problem. So I speed through this, I chuck it up in here, go to F, take off the display case, put it on here, chuck it on here and start scan. That can scan through, no one's dropped anything off, we're all good. Now you can hire employees to be part of your little crew here. So you got the bouncer, a repair Joe and a seller. I haven't put anything up for sale. I should get a bouncer as well, but as I said, I'm getting into this as we go. Number 75, so we take this, we type in 75, this little thingy repairs the 75th socket that's broken, and then we're all good. Now, in order for me to sell stuff, I do have a selling gun. This thing here is a selling gun. And what I can do is I can take a piece like this, look at it and go, okay, well, we can do this. And we can do it basically where we can put like 100 quid into it. It's very cheap. So that's really cheap. We can do 200. Almost expensive. So if I do it for 150, that's our standard price. Yay me. So I'm going to leave that there. There's fat filled my cat. Awesome. Now, I'm going to assume if I actually had somebody to actually work here, they would serve the people. So I've just got to keep an ear out until someone comes in and buys that set of RAM. What else have we got here? Computer's booting up. Bloody marvellous. Oh yeah, this happens all the time as well. People drop off their computers. You might hear a faint bell every now and then. So his password here is 050505. Fantastic. Now, because this is a computer that might be broken, it might not be updated as much, obviously we need to do this. His drivers are updated as well. That's fantastic. So what I need to do is I need to take this, I need to put this in here, make sure no one's coming in. All good. It's the only downside to working on my own. Right, so I'm going to go up to OS keygen, listen to some funky music, enter keygen. Fantastic. So there we go. So now he's got a full key. He's all good. Fantastic. So I don't think there's anything wrong with his computer, so that's fine. Nobody's coming in yet. We're all good. So this one's finished. Chuck it on the parcel thingy. Click on the button. All customers' requests have been completed because all he wanted to do is it to be done. And there's 150 doll hairs. And basically, after me just faffing around way too much in my live stream and basically complaining a lot of the time, I had to play this game through again. I had to basically give it another shot. And in fairness, the update makes this game play a lot better. So kudos to Cheesecake Dev. He's put the effort in. This one hasn't got a support ticket on it. I'm really weirded out now that it might be a bomb. Customer request not completed, return product. Yeah, I'll take the $20 hit. It's fine because there's no notes on it. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I don't know anything. Thank you. Right. Okay. Day in the life. Please fix my computer. I love how people are so like, we know exactly what's wrong with my computer. It doesn't work. Fantastic. Okay, CPU error. I like that. CPU error. Fantastic. So we'll chuck this on here. And I'll click it on here and start the scan. Now, mine is going a little bit faster than it was the other day because you can update your skills. Now, skills are here. You have to buy all your skills. So I'm going to buy that one. Fast repair 2. I'm going to buy that one. Bad sector, buy that one. So I'm going to be doing this a lot faster now. Sleepless, $1,000. You know what? It's all good. Hello. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks. Right, put that one over there. Excellent. So core number 13 is broken, or sector number 13 is broken, and we're good. The only downside that I'm getting with this game now is after I've played this for a little while, I played this for a good couple of hours in a big chunk, which is why I've got the amount of money I have, the amount of parts I've got. I went through it and sort of learned how to play the game more properly than I did when I was doing my stream. And what I found with this game though, even though yes it is fixed and it is like yay it works, the downside is that it's still fairly simple. There are certain areas in this game where you can go if you really want to. There is a strip club or a VR sort of strip club. And there's a couple of other places like BattleBots and everything. I could actually show you BattleBots because BattleBots is actually a thing. So BattleBots is down here. BattleBots is in here. Basically, you can go in here and watch fighting robots. You have to pay. It's up to you if you want to go watch or play or whatever. And then you can come up here to the cat shop where you can buy different cats for your shop. And you can buy like a cat house and cat food and a cat. You know what? We'll buy all this. There we go. We bought all the cat stuff. And this is the sort of game it is. It's a little bit, I've got to be brutally honest, it just feels a little bit sort of ropey. And I said this in my stream. I was like, you know, I'm sort of okay with it. You know, there were certain things I was questioning about it. But all in all, it just feels a bit ropey. So I played Internet Cafe Sim 2. I've played Internet Cafe Sim. I played Hooker Cafe Sim. I played this guy's games, and this one feels like it's a lot more stripped back than it was previously into the other iterations of what he's created. And I've seen this happen. Well, that's the motherboard. So I've seen this happen to another game studio in the past, and that was DNA Army. And basically, they started off by making like Trader Life Sim and a few other bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden, like their games started to get more and more stripped back. Less things were in the games, and that's what I'm fearing with this. Internet Cafe Sim had quite a large thing to do. You created a cafe from basically scratch. You had a couple of upgrades and some bits and pieces, hiring staff, making the place look nice, and generally creating a nice warm atmosphere within the game. The downside to this is there doesn't seem to be any sort of customization for the shop. It does seem a little bit sort of like faster paced, like you have to go to bed in a place you have to rent. There's no house for you anymore. And that feels like a little bit of a deterrent from like me playing this for a very long period of time. Genuinely, I was a little bit concerned. And I think after I've played this for a few more hours and gone through it all a bit more, I still have those concerns. Is this game really worth me putting my time and effort into, or is this going to be the last time I play it? I do keep a track on all the games that I've played, and I do keep a track of the games that I've from the developers. So with Cheesecake Dev, I have built up my history with this. DNA Army is the same. And like I said, the problem with these games companies is they just seem to smash out another game and then not really worry about it after about 6 months. Seems a bit awkward. Especially if you enjoy something. Like from this guy, I enjoyed Internet Cafe Sim like 2. I played it 3 or 4 times through. I built up my arcade. I had an awesome little thing. I enjoyed my time on it. But this feels like it's been stripped back a bit, so he didn't have to do as much work. And I don't know if that's just me. Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So they're mainly my thoughts about this game. Genuinely, for a game that's not too bad, it's not too bad. You know, I mean, it could be a lot better if I'm going to be brutally honest. the reason why I say that is because I've played PC Building Sim. Genuinely, I'd say probably one of the best like PC games you can buy. It's really good. I've enjoyed it myself. But yeah, I find this one a little bit sort of, I don't know, it almost feels like it's just a ropey version. You know, I hope it does okay, and I hope he does get this thing going. But it is one of those things, it's like, do you really want to sort of keep playing a ropey and get a game of this, or do you want to go out and spend the extra money on PC Building Sim 2? And I would go with PC Building Sim. I know I'm biased, the fact that it's a better game, but at the same time, I am sitting here just going, it's just genuinely a better game. Oh yeah, you do get weird images like this on people's computers. It's very strange. Right, so we'll take this. No one's come in. Take my USB stick out because we've forgotten that a couple of times now. So just to go through, we added a hard drive, we cleaned the computer, we overclocked the computer, we added Steam, we updated all the drivers. We did all right. Alright, let's chuck this all in, let's upgrade. Let's go! 914 doll hairs. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you. $1,200 in awesomeness. So yeah, the repetitive cycle of this game is basically pick up a new computer, fix it, go from there, and and just carry on. Basically, that's all it is. But apart from that, yeah, I mean it's okay. It's nothing that I would say is like the best game in the world. But after my sort of live stream, I did want to give this a bit more of another go, purely because of my like unhealthy bias I had at the time. Everything annoyed me about the game. I think it was because the update didn't go in, so we were stuck on like a really short timer. Nothing worked properly. It just felt like the whole thing was rushed as well. That was really, really weird. And I was like, okay, maybe it gets better, but it didn't. Now, during that night time when the game did update and it all went through, I genuinely felt a bit better about the game. I saw Diesel play it, and it felt a lot easier to play as well. The idea of not going to bed every sort of like couple of hours really does help in this game, because you're just able to do more, which is nice. And then we just got to wait for that to go through. It's another key PC. Always move your PCs to the back room, because that thieving little git outside will take them. Trust me, he will. It's a pain in the ass. Now, as it is just me in this shop, I have to do one item at a time. Because the people that are either going to come in, they're either going to be giving me a computer, someone's trying to steal a computer, or someone's going to buy something. Literally how the game goes. Right, so Steam's installed. Fantastic. Last part is overclocking. Right, and yeah, there you go. That's basically the whole game. Like I said, with Cheesecake Dev actually editing the game a little bit to make the updates come in a bit better, which was quite nice. Didn't have to do that, but he did. Well, actually no, he did have to do it because the game was a little bit broken. But what I'm saying is that it feels like he's actually working on this one, which is quite nice. I'd love to see a bit more support in this game. Like, I don't know how you can change this now, but I want it to be more like Internet Cafe Sim, where you're able to decorate a bit more, because this is a dingy, horrible, butthurt area. This is disgusting. It's grotty. I'm not even sure where my cat's gone now, because it's not here. I don't know, but whatever happens, you know. We'll see how things go. If this game doesn't get any more updates and he just leaves it again like he has done in previous projects, then I probably won't ever play this game again. I'm hoping that maybe he will sort of, instead of trying to build another game, actually put a bit more support into his now games. You know, instead of like releasing a half-assed DLC like you did with Internet Cafe Sim 2, actually release something really good. You don't have to keep making games, mate. You're already making a name for yourself. You're bringing out a few games, but it shows you're lacking of support of those games once they're out and done. There is so much more you could achieve with this game. Even if you just start with this one. This is one of those games you could actually expand upon and actually make it really good. So this game does have potential. Do I see it ever being worked on? No, not really. After he's fixed the minor bugs that people are complaining about, I genuinely think he's going to move on to another game. I just hope that he starts hearing the people who are talking about his games. Like for me and the other people that are putting out on the Steam reviews and all the other stuff, you put a little bit more effort into these games, they will sell better. People will play them more. If you like look at Internet Cafe Sim 2, that game did so well because people like myself and much bigger YouTubers were playing them to give the game more exposure. If you can bring something else like that to the ball pit, you'll generally hit a home run again. And that's what I'd love to see. I want to see more indie devs take on more responsibility for their games and being held accountable for things that they're doing. Because this one, even though it does feel like it's been cut back from like other games that we've played in the past by him, it does feel cut back and it does feel a little bit lacking. But at the same time, there is so much potential in this sort of game. You can expand upon this and make it something worth playing. Anyways, that's enough of me waffling. Thank you very much for coming by. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this video, hit that like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. I will be back here with a brand new video, live stream or whatever else I do on this channel. Until then, I want to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. And if you do want to help out this channel, you can become a member for as little as 99 cents a month, 25 cents a week, and you can keep this channel fluttering by in the background. I'm always going to be about, so you know where I'm always going to be. Catch you later. A boom! Fist bump to you.